Hits like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
Hey there, guys and gals, friends and foes. Welcome to the Back of the Cereal Box podcast. And standing with me is one of the icons of pro wrestling, one of the fixtures of the Monday Night Wars, NWO member Marcus Alexander Buff Bagwell.
Excellent.
How
intro.
are you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing great. I'm Buff, and I'm the stuff.
Yes, you are. So, little background. I was a huge fan of the NWO right away, but the night that you and Scotty Riggs came out and you turned heel on Scotty Riggs and joined the NWO, I knew it was going to be a phenomenon.
Well, it was, man. That was in Salisbury, Maryland. I'll never forget it. But it was the night that Eric Bischoff gave everybody 30 days to join the NWO or you were fired.
Yeah.
And I joined the NWO because I didn't want to get fired. And little did I know that Buff Bagwell would come and be created out of that and be the NWO guy.
And you and Hogan and Steiner, you guys were making the circuits. You were doing late night shows with Leno and all of those guys. You became Hollywood royalty.
Overnight. I mean, it was really crazy. I mean, I was there for the whole ride of WCW, which was asking people to come in to watch our TV tapings, begging people to get in free at Center Stage in Atlanta just to see our matches. So we had something to put on television, but we were a Ted Turner product, but nobody really knew or cared. And then to know that nobody cared, and then all of a sudden we were overnight Hollywood royalty was a big deal, and I got to see that whole ride, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was so phenomenal, and I'm fangirling here. I'm totally marking out here over Buff Bagwell because I've always felt like one of the most wasted opportunities of WCW NWO was the tag team pairing of you and Scott Norton.
A lot of people say that, and it's the truth, but a lot of people didn't put the timeline together of what actually happened. Me and Scott Norton joined, and we were, I thought, the best tag team name in the history of time. And it was from a kid that gave it to us in Detroit. And he came up to us, and he was looking at me and Scott Norton, and he looked at us, and he goes, "Vicious and delicious." And I went, "Oh my God." I said, "That's great." So we go home, airbrush, everything delicious on my stuff. Norton, of course, is the vicious one. He airbrushes vicious on all his stuff. So the tag team has started and going, vicious and delicious. NWO, nothing's going to stop us, right? I break my neck on live television in a vicious and delicious match. Scott Norton and Buff Bagwell, vicious and delicious, versus Lex Luger and Rick Steiner on a live Thursday Night Thunder, April 22nd, 1998.
This is something I never knew. I never knew you broke your neck.
Google it online. You see it live on television, April 20. To me, not so people don't really think I'm crazy. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's April 21st, 2nd, or 3rd of 19. Thursday Night Thunder for sure, Columbia, South Carolina for sure. You don't forget where you're paralyzed, and you don't forget when, but that's the day. And me and Norton wrestled Luger and Rick Steiner, and Rick Steiner came off with a bulldog. He misses the bulldog, but being live TV, I'm trying to catch up to the move to make it look good. And when I catch up to him, we have a collision, and my neck goes back. So if you Google broken neck, Buff Bagwell, you'll see this. As soon as he hits me, I'm on the mat and I'm paralyzed. And Rick goes to pin me, and when he gets me up and we met eye to eye, I went, I'm paralyzed. And he went, you can't say what? And start talking because it's live TV. So you can see my mouth moving 1,000 miles an hour and all that. But I break my neck on that television show in 1998, April of 1998, Thursday Night Thunder, and they had to fuse my neck right here. I'm fused at 3-4 and 6-7, and after that I came back to have 3 more great years at WCW and went on to the WWF for that Booker T match, and I've been doing it for 34-year career now.
So this is a testament to the conditioning that you were in at that time.
Yes.
Because I never knew that happened, and I don't remember you being off TV for very long, if at all.
3 months. I was off TV for 3 months before I was back on, but I couldn't wrestle till 10. And that's still pretty impressive to be back.
Yes.
I was back in Buff Bagwell shape in 10 months, but the first match back was against the guy that broke it, and Goldberg.
Oh,
so
my
me
God.
and Scotty take on, back to me and Norton though.
Right.
Me and Norton, when I came back, instead of us picking back where we left off, Norton was in Japan.
Yeah.
So Vicious and Delicious was done, and I hooked up with Steiner, and the rest is history. But me and Steiner hooked up, and then we wrestled my very first match back, and it was me and Scotty against Rick Steiner and Goldberg at the Dean Dome in North Carolina.
Wow.
And they wanted me to take the Bulldog again.
Wow.
And I was like, you gotta be kidding.
Well, to give you an idea, so Big E in the WWE, he broke his neck, and it's been almost 2 years now that he's been out of action.
Yes.
So, I mean, that recovery time is phenomenal.
Yeah, I was in great shape at the time, man, and just, but of course, obviously God, God's is a big part of my life, of course, and in that time, I just was very dedicated to make it back, and I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Now, one of the things a lot of other people don't realize is that not only were you hanging and banging with Hogan and Stinger and Luger, Macho Man, the biggest names in American wrestling, but Scott Norton was one of the biggest names in Japan.
Yes.
He was the Hulk Hogan of Japan.
Absolutely.
You had Great Muta coming in, and Hirochino, Masahiro Chino, and Conan. He was the Hulk Hogan of Mexico.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was truly the all-stars of wrestling.
WCW, man, World Championship Wrestling. I'm not just being biased because I was there the whole ride, man. There was a better company.
Yeah.
It was really the best company at the time. There's a reason why we beat the WWF at the time for 83 consecutive weeks. It was because we were better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I will attest to that. Yes. I was glued to the TV every Monday night. And like oh my God, the night that Rick Rude joins the NWO, the same night he's on a taped episode of Raw.
Yes.
I mean, you guys were just killing it.
The perfect word they came up with was the Monday Night Wars.
Yes.
Because that's what it was. I mean, we had their show on. We had their show on in our locker room, and they had our show on in their locker room. And it was a football game in different cities is all it was. It was a rating Monday Night War.
I love it. So what are you up to today?
I'm doing a lot of signings. I do Comic-Cons. I do a lot of signings. I'm in Huntsville today at this wonderful Comic-Con, and just getting back out with people again. I'm signing autographs. I'm doing events. I got WrestleCon coming up, WrestleMania weekend coming up in LA. That's a big deal. And just I've done some movies here and there the last few years with John Snyder, and just staying busy, man. The best way to keep up with me is MarcusBuffBagwell.com. Go to MarcusBuffBagwell.com. That'll take you to my website, which takes you to all my platforms of all my social media platforms. It takes you everywhere you want to know. It also tells you everything I'm doing and what's going on with Marcus Buff Bagwell.
That's phenomenal. And look, we just scratched the surface. There's so much more to Buff Bagwell, and I think there's some big stuff coming up soon that's been filmed with you and DDP.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we got a show coming out called Change or Die, and it's a real big, it's a big docu-series we're shooting, and there's a lot of rumblings about it right now, but it's going to be fantastic when it gets out. It's going to be really cool, but look out for it. It's called Change or Die.
And you look great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm clean and sober 6 months now, and I got my sober date is August 27th of 2020, and of 2022. My car accident was August of 2020, which started all this. But my sobriety date is August 27th, 2022, and so I'm 6 months clean and sober and feeling great.
Awesome. Give us that website one more time.
MarcusBuffBagwell.com. Check it out.
Awesome. No, don't stop yet. Guys and gals, this has been so much fun hanging and banging with Marcus Buff Bagwell. He's buff. He's the stuff. And what a joy. What a treat for me. And thank you for tuning in on Back of the Cereal Box. Until the next time, love you, mean it.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Six of hearts. Okay. In the card box, I've got a deck of cards, and they're in there really tight. Oh, wait a minute. No. I have the wrong cards. I put Uno cards in the. But wait, what did you say? The six of
hearts.
The six of hearts. Look at this. There's one card though that is face down, turned the other way, and it's actually from another deck other than an Uno deck. Go ahead and take a look. Is that the six of hearts? That just happened with Buff Bagwell.
Wow.
Boom!
Bravo. That was incredible, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'd give anything to know that one. That was a good one. That was good, bro.
All right, we're good.